For breaking news, go to iDiskiTimes.co.za. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Kaizer Chiefs finally winning their first game under coach Kevin Johnson. A very difficult game to watch, really. In fact, at some point for 20 minutes, we just had a conversation about old school football. That's how much it was uninteresting. But I was praying, Uguti, please, one goal. These videos don't really have any excitement when it's 0-0. People are not interested at all. Chucks, you watch your team winning at least first win for the coach as well. What did you make of the actual game itself, though?
Yeah, what a game of football once again. It's good to be back in this difficult heat, my friend. It's coaching, my friend. Yeah, even the Itumeleng could see him, and at the beginning of the kickoff, could see him, and the players were not, giving us that energy. I thought maybe it's heat, but I think they know this kind of things, this kind of weather, so they should do better. In the first half, yes, we had some moment. And also the Swallows, they had their moment as well. Sailes had a moment in the first half, and we've been in Ngobo. They wanted to loop the ball, into the back of the net. It was not to be. So yes, first half, but we didn't see much, especially in terms of football. Yeah, we're just playing, but no direction at all. That's what I'm saying. There's a few chances there from the players, but come also in the second half.
Before you go to the second half, is it a fair thing? Is it fair that I'm saying, and these players that I'm watching, and we even had a former player also calling us to say, what is this? Like, what kind of football is this? And even yesterday, but maybe just focusing on today. When as a fan, you think it's fair? I mean, you love Chiefs. Whenever they win, you couldn't care less as long as they win. Is it fair that we are assessing this game and saying, Jesus, what was that? What was the football being played by both teams?
We should do better. And this is ridiculous, I think you cannot fool football. Football doesn't have shortcuts. You want to check all the players that you are signing and also the quality, the character on the field of play. That is why I know the discussion about, it was not discussion about Chiefs and Swallows. It was discussion about the Easter year players. I don't want to mention them. Those that made football looks easy. So it says a lot about that. So I think the players of today, and I'm not sure if they watched the game before. When you play Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, and so forth, the kind of football that we used to play. And how did you bring the Sabras back to the stadium? You could even see Dobsonville is a small stadium. They're supposed to be packed. It's supposed to be a sold-out affair. Yeah. So you could even see now. I'm not surprised that the stadium will still have those empty seats. We need a lot of bumps there on the seat, but there was and it's in Lokshin, Dobsonville. So it leaves a lot to be desired. As I'm saying, let's go back. Football doesn't have shortcut. Let's go back and fix whatever we need to fix in order for us to watch a good football. Because now we are robbing a lot of people to see a beautiful game of football. So on the Chiefs side and also on the Solo side, how do we go forward? How do we make sure that doesn't think twice when there's a game of PSL games like this, a caliber, so that you go and only 90 minutes, go and watch football, you can go and do something else. But disappointing as well in Guluks, especially on the field of play. The football that we are teaching on the field of play, the players themselves, do we have the right players? I'll say no, we don't have the right players at the moment. Yes, we won. Yes, Saile scored. Mistakes from Jali and the right back from Swallows. So, but looks all in all disappointing as well, especially the performance, the football that we are playing. It's not good at all. Yeah.
What's your message to Itumeleng Khune? He was supposed to be here today. He's been playing for Kaizer Chiefs as the main goalkeeper. They've been bringing him back now to the squad. It's a confirmed story now that there was an incident in training that involved alcohol. And today we saw Bruce Vuma as well. So what's your message to Khune, and where does Chiefs go in terms of goalkeeping? Do you go out to the markets for a goalkeeper, or you stay with Vuma or Brendan Peterson? What direction do you take even in that goalkeeping department?
I think we failed dismally on the side of the goalkeeping department, Gulus. After Khune, who? Peterson, yes, I told you just before that he needs a professional psychologist. I'm happy that he went to see a psychologist. So you talk about Price Vuma today. Is he the right person to be in the post of Kaizer Chiefs? I will say no. He hasn't proved himself. He's been there for a long time. Now he was supposed to be number one Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper after Itumeleng Khune.
You're talking about Vuma?
Vuma, yes. But I told you about Khune before. Leave the stage while we still want more as fans. You understand? So I told that Khune's time has elapsed. So now Khune was supposed to be on the bench coaching these youngsters because he's got an experienced player. Now we hear about the off the field incidents. It's not good. Remember, Chief, they don't need this kind of bad publicity. They will take a strong action against any player that's found guilty on any sort. If he was under the influence of alcohol, as we read on the papers and hear on the news, but it's not good for himself and it's not good for South African football. Khune, remember Khune? I mean, he did well. So now it was all about him showing these young stars that are coming to say, more Kaizer Chiefs, more you behave, or else you hit the road. So is he the person that's going to hit the road because of what he did? I'm disappointed with his conduct of the field because he was supposed to show these youngsters how to behave when you play a team like Kaizer Chiefs caliber. Disappointing as well.
Where do you go in terms of goalkeeping? You said Vuma is supposed to be number one. He's not. I don't think that long term it could be your number one unless people can improve overnight dramatically. Brendan Peterson, so many mistakes, they lead to goals. And we had an interesting discussion here. I was asking the guys, if Sundowns is not going to sell you their best goalkeeper, Pirates is not going to sell you their best goalkeeper, who else with the other PSL teams can go on to become a legendary goalkeeper at Chiefs? And the other dimension as well is that Kaizer Chiefs used to breed their own goalkeepers. Khune is a legend. Brian Baloyi was a legend. People that come from within. Rowan Fernandez as well were coming from Verts, I think. But predominantly Chiefs were able to bring out their own goalkeepers from within who became legends, icons. Right? Khune is an icon. Brian Baloyi is my childhood hero. He was an icon. But when they go to the market, who is the next guy who is going to take over and become the Khune of this generation?
They don't need to go to the market. You've got Vuma, you've got Peterson. So if you want to go into the market, chase them away. They are there. Why are they there? So some say Peterson or Vuma, they must do well. They must do better. It's now or never. I told you about Peterson and Vuma. So it's either they're out. If they are still with Kaizer Chiefs, as we see at the moment, they've got to do better. No mistakes when you play a team like Kaizer Chiefs caliber. Aranyake mistake. Peterson made a lot of mistakes. So now he's back. Yeah, okay, I could see him. He's on the bench. So it means next game is Peterson. It's no longer Vuma. So you don't need to look far. But now Ituba, they must deliver, or else they must go. They must be demoted to Disc Challenge or whatsoever. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing more. They've got to do that. Or else, if they want to go into the market, let them find the right person, not within the PS. I don't see anybody within the PS that could fit in the footsteps, or maybe can follow in the footsteps of Itumeleng Khune and Brian Baloyi at the moment. But I think there will be some goalkeepers that we don't even see in the NFT or whatsoever. So they've got to go out there. Those that are recruiting the players, they must go out and get us the right person to come and do what our potential did before. I didn't want to talk about the exact player, but I'll mention them. Yes, good look. So, yeah, but all in all, a great win for Amakosi. What they finished from Saile. Let's see what happens in the next game. Yes.
There you go. That's Kaizer Chiefs winning against Swallows Football Club. A difficult game, really, to watch, if we are being honest. But here we are. It is what it is. Well, that's the fate that we've undertaken, that a channel that follows these big teams. Even the smaller teams really ain't shit too. So, and you are not interested in them. So, yeah, we're stuck here. If it's a 0-0 game, I was really sad that we were going to have another game that's like the Pirates game where you're asking yourself, what are you going to talk about? The fact that you can turn your back on a game for 30 minutes and discuss other things is really, really unprofessional. But it really speaks to them, those players themselves. What kind of entertainment are you bringing to the table? iDiskiTV, iDiskiTimes, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching us.